What's up, y'all? It is Queen Chef, Chef Author Healer, and this is Home Cooked Conversations. And this is Home Cooked Conversations episode 2. So I'm excited. And this episode is actually called The Power of Gratitude. I chose this as our second episode topic because gratitude is one of my favorite things to talk about. Mostly because gratitude has single-handedly been one of the most life-changing things in my life. Like better than any guru, better than any mentor. The learning the power of gratitude and expressing gratitude no matter the situation has single-handedly changed me and changed my life. So with that being said, this is Home Cooked Conversations, Power of Gratitude. Let's talk. First thing I want to discuss as it relates to gratitude is pretty much what it does for you in terms of what it brings you. So I have this saying, this quote that I love, and it's basically gratitude is the key that opens the door to more, because it is. So if you think about it, right, if gratitude, you express gratitude, or let's think about it from even before we get into that, let's think about it from a day-to-day standpoint, the human level. When you do something really good for your family, you do something you're excited about or you expect them to be excited about, when they express real gratitude, you can see that they really appreciate it, or you gave them something and they really take care of it, doesn't that make you want to do even more? Like, doesn't that make you want to do more for them, go bigger, better, grander? It's the same way with God and whomever you call God, the Most High Source. I know we have some everything here on this YouTube, and we don't discriminate, we don't religion slander, we don't do all none of that over here. But whomever you call God, when you express gratitude and you understand what it does, you understand it automatically like lines up more for you. So if you're constantly in a space of being thankful, if you're constantly in a space of always letting it be known that you're glad about what you got, you're glad about what you've earned, what you've been gifted, you lining up more of that to come to you. And it also goes hand in hand with kind of where you put your energy. So if you focus your energy on being grateful versus complaining, you're absolutely going to get more, because complaining does nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Complaining does absolutely nothing for nobody, and quite frankly, don't nobody want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? So if you spend more time expressing gratitude, things that people actually want to hear, things that people things that others can resonate with or learn from, then you're in a pretty good spot. Actually kind of leads me into the lack of gratitude and what that looks like. So one of the things for me, like when I know a person is lacking gratitude and they're not able to really look around at their life and find things to be grateful for, when I know that's happening is when I run into a complainer. And that's not to say, understand this, that's not to say you can't ever say anything that you want different about your life, or you can't ever acknowledge things that you wish were different. That's not to say that, because we're human, and there will be times, you know what I mean, but it just can't be the majority of the time. So let me be clear about that. It just can't be the majority. You can't lead with complaints all the time. You can't lead your life like that. So, or conversations with people, you just can't lead with that, because for one, again, nobody wants to be around it. Nobody's gonna want to talk to you, talk about it, because other people get tired of hearing the complaints too. And the fact that you just complain, can't find anything to be grateful for, is definitely not going to draw any more people toward you. Not good people anyway. Not people who want to help you. Not people who can help you or change your situation. You know what I mean? Because you're repelling those people away, because we don't want to hear it. You know what I mean? We'd rather look around and find the things that to be grateful for than the things that you have to complain about. When you do that, it leads to changes in you. Like I said, gratitude has been a game changer in my world, because it changes who you are at the core. Like, it changes your wiring. When you can look around at your life, when you can look around at a situation, no matter how good or bad, no, I'm gonna say it again, no matter how bad, when you can look around at your life and find things to be grateful for, no matter what. So, car accident, for example. I got in a car accident. I looked at it as, well, that wasn't really that great of a loan. I got out of it, so that's that. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't intentional, but when that happened, it was like I had to find something to be grateful for, because I'd rather find something to be grateful for than complain about having that happen to me. Because what was the complaint gonna do? Nothing. Complaining ain't gonna do nothing, and again, nobody wants to hear that. So, and also, one thing about grateful people and getting more, you also get access to more. So like I said, I feel like gratitude gives you access to better people. If you have a complaining spirit, all you're going to draw is more people who have complaining spirits. Because the people who don't complain and the people who are grateful and happy about their lives, they're not going to want to be around you. And what's going to happen is you stay in that cycle of complaining and changing nothing, along with the other people who are complaining and changing nothing. And then you just got a bunch of complainers. You just got a bunch of people who aren't grateful for what they have. And that doesn't lead to any change. And that's a real issue with the complaining part, because if you're busy complaining, you're probably not doing anything by way of solutions. Solutions, they take time, they take thought, they take effort, and you have to give them that in order for them to really plant themselves into the problem and turn it around. Solution can definitely outgrow whatever problem it was that was trying to plant itself there. So the solution is definitely more powerful, but you just have to be more focused on it, and you do that by being grateful. Like they say, the thing, if whatever you feed your energy to, that's what's going to grow. So it goes so far beyond just not complaining. And that kind of leads me into the last thing I want to say about gratitude, which is you have to train your mind for it, right? Because life is lifing. Life is not going to stop lifing. Life is not going to pause for you to catch up, take a breath, find a solution. It's just not. It just don't work like that. It's not going to happen. So with that being the case, you have to train your mind. So this takes time, but you have to be intentional about it. You have to give it like conscious, real, true, and conscious effort to say, like, so for example, like I said with my car accident earlier this year, I didn't have to think about that because I've already taken the time to train my mind for when something happens to me, I'm automatically going to find a good thing. And I've even had to tell people, like, look, for a while, you're going to be that annoying friend or that annoying family member, that annoying person. You just are, because not everybody wants to hear it all the time. They just don't. They're not going to want to hear it. They're not going to want to hear that, especially not in the moment. But in the moment is the best time, because you train in your mind. Your mind will do whatever you tell it to do. You can gain control over it. But if you let it run wild, it will. So the fact of the matter is, you have to take control of it. And as soon as that something happens, whatever it may be, no matter what it is, you find something, even if it's the smallest thing out of a terrible situation, you find one thing. Like, that's my challenge for y'all. Find one thing to be grateful for in that bad situation, and try to do it right there in the moment. It's going to be hard at first. I promise. I'm not here to lie to you. I tell a joke, I never tell a lie. But I'm not here to lie to you. It's going to be hard at first. But you have to train yourself that way and fight through those initial feelings of, I don't want to hear that shit. Like, there are times when people come with positiveness, like, I don't want to hear that shit, I'm mad right now. Or save it for later. Don't save it for later. Do it right there in the moment and tell yourself, find something good in that situation. I don't care what has happened. I don't care, no matter what it is, no matter how bad. It could be the unthinkable. The loss of someone you love dearly. It could be anything. But if you train yourself to do it that way, later on, as things continue to happen, you're going to always have something to be grateful for. And that's necessary to keep good things coming. Because the bad things are not going to stop. They're just not. I'm not going to lie to you. Bad things are not going to stop happening. It's all about how you see those things, how you turn them around, what kind of effort you put into turning them around. That's all it's about. That's all it's about. It's about how you receive the information, how you process the information, and what you do with it. That's what everything in life. But I just really want y'all to understand the power of training your mind towards that gratitude. It'll change your whole world. And you'll almost, I'm hesitant to say it, but you'll almost never have a bad day again. Because because no matter what's happening in the moment, you can always find something good. So, I know that sounds like a stretch, but when I tell you it's changed my life, it's worked wonders for me. And I just don't know where I'd be had I not taken the time to really train myself to say, all right, this terrible thing is happening, but at least I got this. This is going on, but at least I got this. Or like, think about when horrible, big expenses come up. And it's like, you could just complain about it, cry about it. You can do that too at first. But shortly after you finish complaining or crying, you need to say, you know what? I'm grateful. At least I have the money to take care of this expense. That's one of the most basic everyday examples, for when things come up. It's like, at least I have money to do this. Or having to pay all your bills and then being broke after they all paid. You know what? At least I had money to cover all that, and I'm still in the house. I paid my car note. I can still get around. You know what I mean? Find something. If it's the loss of someone, that's probably the toughest one. But that's why they have the phrase celebration of life. There's always something. You just have to be in the right headspace, and you have to be willing. That's the thing. You have to be willing to make the change. You have to be willing to change your language around what is happening, and I guarantee you it'll change your life. I hope that this conversation around gratitude was helpful to you. I hope that you found something in here that helped it click a little bit more for you, because I cannot express enough how gratitude has changed my life, has changed my world, and has literally made changes in what I see in my everyday life and how I deal with life. No matter what's going on around me, it's put me in a position where I've been able to say to myself, no matter what happens, I won't be broken. No matter what happens, I won't be down. Even if I fall down, I ain't gonna lay there. So, because of gratitude, because even as I'm falling, my eye can catch something that I'm grateful for. And I pray the same for you. because it'll change your whole world. And once again, gratitude is the key that opens the door to more. Thank y'all so much for coming to this episode of Home Cook Conversations, The Power of Gratitude with Queen Chef. I appreciate y'all, QC fam. Like, share, subscribe, all the good things. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. And I'll see y'all next time. Love y'all. Bye.